Welcome to Manchester United Daily Updates. Before continuing this video, click the like button and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest news from Manchester United. Two men face their biggest week at Manchester United in the transfer window. The final week of the winter transfer window is almost upon us, and it is the biggest test yet for two men above Ruben Amorim at Man United. There are still no official ins and outs at Manchester United, but at least Antony has packed his bags. And so the purging of Erik ten Hag's recruitment commences. The first and last signings of Ten Hag's first summer, Tyrell Malacia and Antony, could both be gone by the end of the month. Ruben Amorim wants an upgrade at left back, which is hardly a challenge as one is still injured and the other seldom plays. Luke Shaw is set to go more than a year without a start for United. Amorim is starting to privately bristle at United's transfer inactivity, and he tires of questions about Marcus Rashford. Amorim usually endeavors to provide a lengthy response to any question, but queries about Rashford have elicited succinct and cursory responses. On Thursday evening, Amorim seemed to think the transfer window would close on January 31st. Afraid not. It's on February 3rd, at 11 p.m. It shuts 10 hours earlier in France, Germany, Italy, and Spain. That senseless date could leave United prey to the vultures circling overhead. United are vulnerable amid years of financial mismanagement and paying for overpriced duds on the company credit card. The Ineos cabal have sharpened their blades, ready to take a knife to the club's academy identity. There has been more noise about the possible sale of Alejandro Garnacho, not actively seeking a move, than Rashford, publicly prepared to leave and out of the fold in the past 10 games. United are adamant that they will only be forced into sales to facilitate a signing. Malacia for Patrick Dorgu would appear to be a reasonable trade. Nobody would have any faith in them to recruit an upgrade on Garnacho. Amorim cannot have a weaker squad at the end of the window than when it started. Recruiting a demonstrably superior attacker to Antony, one-paced, one-dimensional, and with one trick, should not be tricky. Antony is heading out on loan, though, and has started 3 games all season. There is a tenuous debate that a direct replacement is not required. But one is. United are light up front and their attack is dependent on Ahmad, Garnacho, and Bruno Fernandes. At times, they have been a one-man band with Ahmad's salvage operations. Fernandes has been influential in big games and big results against Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Rangers. The prospect of willfully selling a 20-year-old winger with 8 goals and 5 assists this term when the attack is teeming with misfits would be illogical. The Stretford end hollered Garnacho's name against Rangers, practically an order for United not to sell a homegrown talent. Marcus Rashford makes huge Barcelona compromise in bid to force Man United transfer exit. Marcus Rashford has his sights set on joining Barcelona with just 8 days of the January transfer window remaining, as his future at Manchester United remains uncertain. Manchester United want away Marcus Rashford is willing to take a pay cut in order to make his dream move to Barcelona a reality. Rashford, 27, is keen to join Barca before deadline day, despite interest from Arsenal, Borussia Dortmund, and Napoli. But the 60-time England international's wages could be a stumbling block due to Barcelona's well-documented financial woes. Having signed a long-term contract at United in 2023, putting him on wages in excess of £300,000 per week, Rashford would be willing to renegotiate his salary if the Red Devils can strike a loan deal with Barca, the Star report. Rashford's future has dominated the headlines throughout the January transfer window, with United boss Ruben Amorim admitting ahead of Sunday's trip to Fulham that he doesn't know if the 27-year-old will eventually stay or go. "I don't know. I really don't know," Amorim said. "Guys, it's 8 days until the end of the window. We will see in the end of the window what happened. And then we will talk about it in that moment." The United manager also said following last weekend's dismal 3-1 loss at home to Brighton, "It is his choice not to play. I don't want to focus on this bad moment because in the games we lost, Rashford is not here. I don't want to put this moment on Rashford. Rashford is out of this moment because he is not playing. No matter what, I am not going to put out a player I don't believe is the best for the team." Amorim, too, has refused to rule out Red Devils star Alejandro Garnacho making a shock £70 million move to rivals Chelsea. "I am focused on the games and he is here," He is here playing for Manchester United. He replied when asked about Garnacho's hot-button future after beating Rangers 2-1 in the Europa League on Thursday. He was really important for us today, so let's see in the next days. Meanwhile, United are understood to be leading the race for highly rated Arsenal prospect Aiden Heaven. Old Trafford Chiefs hope to sign the 18-year-old centre-back, who's out of contract at the end of the season and is understood to have held initial talks with United. Eintracht Frankfurt and Barcelona are among the other clubs interested in Heaven, who so far made one first-team appearance for Arsenal. Done deal. Man United confirm exciting loan move as Newcastle United agree fee for 222 appearance man. Manchester United have agreed an exciting loan move for one of their young stars. Manchester United have confirmed that young striker Ethan Wheatley has joined runaway League Two leaders Walsall until the end of the season. Wheatley was one of a clutch of 4 Red Devil stars tipped for a loan move this month as United look to get experience for their academy stars. Wheatley joins Walsall at an exciting time for the club, with the Midlands outfit a stunning 12 points clear at the top of League Two with a game in hand at the time of writing. A club statement read, "Young Manchester United striker Ethan Wheatley has joined League Two leaders Walsall on loan for the remainder of the 2024-25 season. Ethan became United's landmark 250th Academy graduate after earning his senior debut last April in a home Premier League match against Sheffield United. He has made a further 3 first-team appearances since, also traveling on Tour 2024. Wheatley's Old Trafford bow came after a successful few months with the club's under-18s, who lifted 3 trophies in as many weeks last spring. Ethan scored a double in the U18 Premier League Cup final, 8 goals in 7 games in the league campaign at that age group, and the opening goal of the National League final at Stamford Bridge. It is my first loan, so I am very excited to get going," Wheatley told the Walsall club website. "The club is currently top of the league, so I am coming into a winning environment and I am looking forward to that, and hopefully we can kick on for the rest of the season and I can help the team to do good things. I had interest from other places, but they didn't have as many games left in the season, and a big thing for me is earning game time and trying to play as much as possible in the men's game, and hopefully I can do that and stamp my mark and impress. Manchester United set us up for work experience loans previously, where we would go to different clubs for a week at a time. So I have had a fair few experiences of being around a first-team environment now, so I am looking forward to settling into this one and hopefully doing well." Newcastle to sell £21 million signing. The Red Devils' Premier League rivals Newcastle United have agreed a £10 million fee with Atlanta United for the sale of Miguel Almiron. That is according to the Shields Gazette, who report the player is now set for a return to Atlanta, having joined Newcastle from the MLS side for £21 million in 2019. He has made 222 appearances and scored 30 goals for Newcastle in that time. Although a fee has been agreed between the clubs, Almiron has yet to agree on personal terms. "I think Miggy's head has been very solidly here," Magpies boss Eddie Howe said last week when questioned on Almiron's future. "He's been brilliant in training this week. I've seen not one." Antony makes feelings clear on Manchester United exit with forward transfer message. Latest Manchester United news with a fresh update on Antony's proposed move to Real Betis after the Brazilian winger arrived in Seville on Saturday morning. Manchester United winger Antony has made his feelings clear with a forward message after landing in Spain to complete his loan move to Real Betis. The 24-year-old, who joined United for £82 million from Ajax in August 2022, is on the verge of signing for the La Liga side after falling down the pecking order at Old Trafford. Antony has not started a single Premier League game this season, playing just 135 first-team minutes in the top flight. Antony was named in the United squad to face Rangers on Thursday despite increased speculation surrounding his future. However, that didn't impact his proposed move to Betis, with the Brazilian flying out to Malaga on Friday night before heading to Seville to undergo a medical and sign his contract. And after arriving at Viamed, a hospital in Seville, on Saturday morning, Antony sent a forward message to the Betis fans ahead of his proposed move. "I am very happy," he told El Chiringuito TV. He was pictured next to the hospital sign with his thumbs up and looking delighted, as he prepares to get the deal formalized and confirmed. Photographers appeared keen to get their chance of Antony in Betis for the first time. It's clear that Antony is pleased to be signing for Manuel Pellegrini's side. Antony is expected to join Betis until the end of the season with no option or obligation to buy inserted in the deal, meaning he will return to Old Trafford in the summer. Fabrizio Romano reported on Friday that Betis are set to pay 84% of Antony's £200,000 per week wages. That would mean Betis are set to pay £168,000 per week for Antony's services, with United chipping in with the rest. Regardless, it's a significant boost to United's profit and sustainability concerns. Antony's exit is set to be the first major first-team departure from United this month. Marcus Rashford and Alejandro Garnacho could follow out of the Old Trafford doors, with both players linked with January moves.